Hey guys, Chad here with Midlife Classic Cars. Today we're going to get working on a video that I'm pretty excited about. Is getting this trailer ready to be a race trailer. We've had this trailer for 20 some years now. I think 20 some years. This is a trailer we use for going up and down the country doing car shows. And the shelving you see built in there in a minute, it was all built for setting up our books and displaying our books at the shows. And so one thing you'll notice, this trailer has, I think, an extra foot, maybe a little bit more in the height. It's got doubled up beams. One thing, you'd be shot at, books weigh a ton. So they just, you know, we have to have a big trailer. We have some of the bigger axles you can get without going to the really big boys. But yeah, this is it. And so we're going to start converting it to a race trailer. And the big deal about that is, what's going to help us out is it's going to clean up a lot of the stuff in the shop there, as far as space, everything on the wall, a lot of that's going to be out of the way. And then just when we're at the track, it's going to be so much easier to use the trailer. So basically, we've got a few things to do. Today, what we're going to hopefully get started on is like cutting out the shelving on the left here that's not going to be needed. So yeah, so you can see I only have a little bit of stuff in here now, but it's already cluttered and everything, and you know, my straps are on the ground. I've got something to mount the straps on the wall. Yeah, I just need to make this more compatible for racing and stuff. So here, let me show you around what I've got. Okay, so these shelving up here, this is where we used to carry our extra books when we were traveling. All the books that went up on the displays were on the ground over here. Then this back section was for displays to slide into, and more our tent and everything. So what I'm thinking about for the race trailer is from this pole, all this coming down and all this coming out. The reason I'm thinking about that is that's going to free up this wall. One thing, I want to make sure I can get not just my legend car, but a regular car in here. So I want to free up a lot of this. I'll make it easier getting in and out and everything. And then this wall is pretty much going to stay the same. This shelving is going to stay the same. I've got to weld up and clean up a few things on it. But this is where we're going to put our either our race tires when we're going down the road. And I think I might just start having a set of rollers on the car because I have so many extra wheels. But I have them stored up there. But eventually they're going to go up here and get ratcheted down. And then yeah, we're just going to clean up this whole area. We're going to make it to where I can put a box in there and store. That's where our microwave used to live, but what we're going to do is make it a storage and make a box so I can clip stuff in there. You see I've got a rack of springs I need to get mounted. But yeah, hopefully this will get this all cleared up, and this is what our project's going to be for the day. So just to give you guys an idea, most everything along this wall here is what I'm trying to get inside the trailer. The only thing I don't think I'm going to try to get is the buckets that I keep the pumpkins in. But all these spare parts that need to be in the trailer. This is a rear axle. It's not assembled. I don't know if that's something I care to carry with me. I feel like if I break a rear axle, then I'll probably be building it here and not the track. But these are all spare parts. I want to mount bumpers on the wall and everything like that. But pretty much what you see here is what we're trying to get mounted in the trailer. So here we're underway. I just have to clear out the trailer and start cutting out this shelving. Unfortunately, I had a project going on in the garage, so I couldn't get everything out. So this is just me having to work around things. But eventually the other project clears out and I can get all these out before I pressure wash and clean the inside. You can see there's a lot of metal. You can see there's a bar broken there that was supporting, and this side was really starting to sag. And I just didn't feel like repairing it. And it was a real pain getting in and out of the car because I kept hitting the wall and everything. And you can't really fit a normal sized car in there with that railing in there. So that's why I decided to take it all out. So got to use all the cutting tools and a lot of my Milwaukee wrenches and stuff. And it was funny. I was laughing about how many tools it took just to cut this one little thing out. But good times, got it done, and we're getting moved to the next project. All right, so I got a fair amount done. You can see I've got all the initial shelving cut out. I have all these pieces now sticking out. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to keep them or not because I can see you know, making a little L bracket and using them to hang things. So they might stay. I'm still making the decision, but we've got it all cut down to this area here. And I've got this all cleaned up to make sure no one bumps their head and cuts themselves. But yeah, making a little bit of progress. Tomorrow we're going to work on cleaning up this area so we can get the tires up there and a few other things. So it's moving along. But one thing I will say is, you know, if you're looking to do what I'm doing, whether it be racing or have a shop, one thing that made me realize is Jameson helping me on Saturdays is awesome. It helps out a ton. It motivates me. It helps out a lot. But the thing that I'm realizing is I still have to get out here the rest of the week and work. Because while we're getting so much done on Saturdays, it's just not enough for me to get everything done. And so, like I said, I have to run my regular business during the week, but I'm also now trying to make sure I save at least 2 hours for working on different shop projects to get things done. So this is just a part of it. Another thing for you to think about if you're trying to open up a shop or have a little race team or something like that. All right, well, we'll continue back when we get back working here. All right, I got the trailer cleaned out. It's nice to get this thing just completely empty so I can pressure wash it, which is what I'm about to do next. The only thing I'm going to do is leave the mattresses up there. I'm not going to pressure wash the gooseneck part, but what you can't see is there's just filth built up in here from years of cardboard being in here from doing the car shows. So let me get that pressure washed and keep on keeping on and getting this trailer clean so we can start putting it back together. I won't lie, I'm one of these people that absolutely love pressure washing. Got this whole thing nice and clean. Fun project. All right, guys, we're another day back working on the trailer. So Jameson should be here in a little bit to help me out. As you can see, I got my Legend car. That kind of delayed everything. I had to drive it down to Charlotte, go pick it up, and I had a lot going on. But since we pressure washed the trailer out, but yeah, we've got the car back. We're going to get that in the garage, and so we can start working on that next week. But the goal is today is trying to wrap up all the projects on the trailer. So let's get to it. One thing I believe in is if you don't use it, you lose it. I definitely took welding classes when I was in my teens. Probably like 17, 18, and I've definitely lost a lot of my welding. I don't weld as much as I used to, but so happy with the brackets. Really appreciate all the work Jameson put in. We were knocking it out that day, getting this trailer done. And yeah, I'm really at my age struggling to get up off the ground on diamond plate, but a lot of good work. All right, so it's the next day. Jameson and I pretty much worked till 11 o'clock last night, just trying to kick some ass and get some work done. The trailer, I would say, is 9% done. The one thing we haven't done is like lighting, and I haven't even ordered lighting, so I need to order lighting to get some better lighting there. But we've pretty much got everything done to where I can go race. So the goal is to get this done because I have less than a week to get ready for Old Dominion for the Asphalt Nationals. Now, Old Dominion is 2 weeks away, but the problem is I'm trying to go to Tennessee for part of the week that the Nationals is, the first part of the week. And so I'm trying to wrap this up, and I'm probably not going to have any more time to put into the trailer, so we're going to wrap it up where it's at. And that way I can get working on the car to get the car ready for Old Dominion and the INEX Asphalt Nationals. So let's show you what me and Jameson did this weekend. All right. So obviously we don't have the car in here yet, but let's show you what we've done. In the video, you saw me welding up some brackets. This is what I was making here. And that way I can hang all these. So I've got 2 Nerf bars and 2 front bumpers. And over here, I've got 3 extra rear bumpers. Now, if you'll see, most of these are messed up and bent. I've got to get on that. And that's what I'm going to do in my next video is welding these up and cleaning them up. Okay, so here we have my lift on this side. This is also using this Velcro to hold it up there and everything. And you can see this Velcro works pretty good. Let me try not to get you, but like that's not coming off the wall. It's pretty sturdy. We've got some spare suspension components here and some arms, you know, in case we get in a wreck to fix the car. This is all of, not all, but some of my tuning equipment for setting up the car. And once again, these have the Velcro straps. So all you have to do is grab the Velcro, undo it. And I'm telling you, these Velcro straps, like everything you see in here that's Velcro strapped, and I have a ton of Velcro left over and a ton of those clips. I don't have more than $20 in all that. Just found them dirt cheap and I just can't. I don't think this isn't my idea. I'm not a genius. I think I saw this somewhere else. I can't remember, but all I had to do is buy these type of like circle rings or rectangle rings, and then the Velcro to fit through them, and they're working out perfect. You see, like it'll bounce going down the road, but luckily I've got this one's supposed to go here. I'm gonna put some pad on that corner so it doesn't beat the aluminum. Racing tires up here that I'll run on the car once we get to the track. Racing suit, fans. I've got my chairs. This is a mat to throw down in case it's dirty, and we can just put the car on top of that. And then I got a car cover and wheel covers there. Now let's go back over here. Down here, you know, gas can for the generator, my scales. This is one thing I've not finished. You know, Jameson tried bunging these. They don't have fuel in them. I don't know. I don't think bungees is the way to go. I have some straps that I'm going to repurpose for this, but yeah, I just don't think that's the way to go down the road with gas cans. So I'm going to get some straps over here. Like I said, we've got the scales. I've got some wireless scales for setting up the car, gas for the generator, and I've got these type of tables throughout. Now we had these back in the day for car shows, you know, just for folding up and working here. Once again, dirt cheap. Found those at Lowe's, I think, back in the day. Oils and lubricants that I might need, and some water. My rear end's over there. This is my spring rack. Unfortunately, I don't have all the correct springs for Dominion, so I've got to order those. Back in here, these are zip tied. These are extra axles that are ready for to go, brand new, never used. And then there's the rear end. I've got an extra drive shaft. These are pretty much my road racing arms and spindles, but I'm going to bring them just in case I get in a wreck and you need them. We've got our generator. You see the gooseneck's pretty empty now. I've got a spare fender that lives up their bed, but then this is all pretty nice up here. I've segregated all my parts and everything I need and labeled them. So, you know, one issue I was having at the car show, I mean, at the races, I would tell my dad to go get something for me, and he didn't know where it was because he doesn't live with me. He doesn't, you know, he's not the one that sets up the trailer, and it's kind of hard for him to find things. So now I can say, hey, it's in the body box. It's in the electrical wiring cable type box and everything like that. This is our cart. So this would get rolled out. What I used to do is have parts and tools on this, but right now, all I'm going to do is tools. So this is strictly going to become tools, anything I need to work on the car. You see, I have my very first tool chest I ever had down there. But yeah, that's what this is about. I can wheel it around. I mounted this the other day. I have all, you know, little sprays and things I like to use it right through there. But yeah, this is pretty much what we've done. So I'm a pretty organized person. I like things so I can find them very quick, and that was the whole goal of this. I'm really happy with it. We put a fair amount of work. It's not done. I'm sure there's other projects we're going to find to do, like lighting. We need to get modern LED lighting put in here, and just do some other touch-up work, some better straps and everything. But I'm really happy with how this has come along. This is way better than what it was without all that extra racking up here. Like it makes it so much brighter and easier to get in and out of the race car without it there, because it used to be there would be poles over here. You had to kind of miss the pole, but yeah, this is what I've been talking about. Like everything you've seen here, like you're going to need to go racing. And once again, like I was saying before, I try to keep everything cheap. I'm very fortunate. I had this trailer before from doing the car shows, and luckily, you know, the business could justify having an all aluminum trailer with extra. I have extra beams in here to make this trailer even sturdier. I have some of the bigger axles you can get in this trailer, but so I'm very fortunate. But I've been looking at other people's legend trailers. People have newer, nicer trailers with cabinetry all in it and everything, and it'd be nice, but I just don't want to spend the money on it. You know, everything goes to the car, and like I said, I'm very fortunate to have this aluminum trailer from my business, so I'm not going to go out and buy like a racing trailer. Even though I don't know if you can see, I have a second trailer back there. I need to get rid of, and I could get a racing trailer in here. It's just not worth it for the money. All that money to buy another trailer and outfit it and have a nicer trailer, you know, that money could be spent on other things. It's spent on paying for the track. It could be yeah, anything to keep me on the track. So it's like, why spend the money on the trailer? And I would love to. I'd love to have a nicer new trailer. I get so, all right, I cut myself off there. But what I say is I get jealous of other people's trailers. I see some people's nice trailers and I'm like, man, I wish I had that. But it's all about the money. I'm very fortunate that, you know, like my parents did okay, but my parents weren't rich. We couldn't afford to race as a kid. And this is how I'm doing it now. And my father really taught me to live below my means. So that's why you see everything in here. I'm not buying the expensive stuff. I'm not buying stuff I wish I could. I'm just buying what I can to save money, and that way I can put it towards the car, or why not? Like for example, today I found I had 2 springs. I don't have the correct rear spring, so I've got to order 2 springs. That's another over $100 there. So, you know, I've said it over and over again. This is all about money. It really is. Racing is about money. It's about saving money, knowing where to spend the money. A book my father raised me on is The Millionaire Next Door. I think that's my father to a T. I think anybody should go listen to the audiobook or read. It's really about living below your means, which I did my whole life. And now I'm at a point where, because of living below my means, I've never had a car payment in my life. I'm 46 and never had a car payment in my life. I've always fixed up old cars and keep them running. So I never had that expensive, but I've lived really far below my means. And because of that, even though I'm not wealthy, there's people with way more money out there than I have. I'm able to get out there and get on the track. So, you know, I just want that to be a positive thing for you guys listening that are thinking about getting into some form of racing, whether it be Legends or any other. You know, it is a lot of it's about money. You know, that's just the hard truth about it. It's about money. You got to have the money to do it. But I don't want you to get discouraged by me saying that. I just want you to be prepared to think about how you're going to use your money and how you're going to spend money on things. Because I could still do this without this trailer. Like you could still legend race with a flatbed trailer, live, you know, go way below your means on that and do that. So you can do it. I really want to encourage anyone out there that wants to get into racing to do it. Like, watch your money, figure it out, and get out there and get on the track. So we're going to wrap this video up here so we can get working on the race car now and get it ready for the Asphalt Nationals at Old Dominion with INEX. So keep an eye out for that video. It'll be coming out really soon, redoing the rear end and a few other things for that. But don't forget to check out midlifeclassiccars.com. Remember, we always sell our books and shop manuals in bags, so they're padded and protected for you when you get them. And check out our website. We got a lot of Midlife Classic Cars t-shirts on there. We got some brand new restoration guys. We got some brand new racing books in there, the Ross Braun book, and a few others. So check them out, midlifeclassiccars.com. And please like and subscribe. I need more subscribers. Please like and subscribe. I probably don't hit you guys up enough with that, and I should, but it really would help me if you'd like and subscribe to my videos. I'm really, I'm trying to break that 1,000 mark. So that's my next goal. So I'd really appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Anyway, you guys have a good one, and we'll see you in the next video.